Visualization. Cubics. In the last video, we looked at the effect of multiplying a quadratic by 4 and reflected on the fact that this simple step allows us ultimately to solve the quadratic formula. Today we'll do the same with the cubic formula. My goal in this video is to focus on the visualization and not so much on the algebra. I am doing something a little unconventional when it comes to the cubic formula, and I'll go over that now for those of you who are familiar with it. Instead of restating our cubic in terms of P and Q, I'll be restating it in terms of B and D. At math.d8data.io, there's an app called CubeRoot. We're looking at a cubic in the form BD. Just like in the previous video, where multiplying by 4 had a symmetric effect in the visualization, multiplying by 3 cubed, or 27, has the same effect with this cubic visualization. There we go. We can adjust X and B. We can observe the result of this multiplication algebraically with the following. Essentially, 9b squared x plus b cubed allows us to complete this cube. Although the quadratic formula is simple enough to memorize, the cubic formula is daunting. It's for this reason the cubic formula is usually overlooked. In this case, like in the case of the quadratic formula, the real star is the number 27. I think it's a shame that the cubic formula is presented in lieu of this other, much simpler alternative. For simplicity's sake, I won't go into any more details in this video, perhaps in a future video. When I was younger, I was extremely curious about these visualizations. Before going to sleep, I would attempt to visualize higher and higher degrees of complexity. One night, I managed to visualize a 4th and 5th degree equation. It didn't last long, but it lasted long enough for me to gain an insight that I otherwise wouldn't have gained for several more years. Why it is that some equations cannot be solved in terms of roots. My understanding was purely visual. I didn't even know what Galois theory was. In my next video, I'll be attempting to recreate that visual experience in a computer rendering. And yes, it uses 4 cubed and 5 to the 5th power.